Manish, Mehta here alongside the great Seth, Walder at MetLife Stadium. The Jets just finished up their first preseason game, a 13-10 win over the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Fernie, backup kicker, who's not going to make the team, hit a 51-yard field goal with just over a minute to go to save us from the dreaded overtime in preseason. Seth, let's get to what happened on the field. We always talk about the quarterbacks first. Geno Smith, Mike Vick, give me your assessment on how each guy did.
I thought they were both solid, but to me, the biggest thing that happened today was Mike Vick on the ground. It was actually his legs. He still has that speed. There's no question about it. 2 rushes for 19 yards for Vick. But for Geno, I thought he played pretty well. Rex Ryan said he was very impressed with Geno.
He had 2 series for Geno Smith with the starters, 1 series with the starters for Mike Vick. Vick also led them on their only touchdown drive, 14 plays, 80 yards, including that electrifying 15-yard run on 3rd down. He still can make those flash plays. That's something I think Mike Vick's going to have, until he retires, whenever that may be, 40 if you believe him.
2 other guys we're watching today, Eric Decker and Chris Johnson, the newcomers on this team. Manish, what do you think of them?
Well, look, they played a limited amount of snaps. Eric Decker was dealing with foot and hamstring issues going into this game. He played 2 series, had 2 catches, including the first play from scrimmage, a 70-yarder from Geno Smith. 2 catches, 12 yards. Chris Johnson did score the only touchdown, a 1-yarder. 4 carries, 2 yards. Not really that many explosive plays tonight, but I think you're hopeful if you're a Jet fan that you're going to see some of that moving forward. What was encouraging was when I spoke to Chris Johnson after the game, he said his number 1 concern would be, is he healthy? Can he take a hit? He felt no residual pain. He said he felt fine. If you're a Jet fan, again, that's what you want to hear. Another note about the backfield, Chris Ivory, who had 7 carries for 17 yards, suffered a rib injury. Rex Ryan said he's fine. Then again, it's his ribs, not Rex's, but in all seriousness, it doesn't look like it's a serious injury. But keep in mind that Chris Ivory does have a history of getting nicked up, so that makes Chris Johnson's value that much more important. Bilal Powell, the other running back in the mix here, didn't play because of a hamstring issue.
On the defensive side of the ball, D. Milliner recently proclaimed himself the best corner in football. He had a pretty good day, I thought. Had 2 pass breakups, nearly had an interception in the end zone. And then on the other side of the secondary, Dimitri Patterson, the exact opposite. Rough day for Patterson.
Yeah, it was a rough day for Patterson. I think he's going to get targeted a lot. I think both Milliner and Patterson are going to get targeted a lot, primarily because this Jets front 7 is pretty stout. You're not going to find that many running lanes. If you're opposing running back, Trent Richardson tonight had 1 8-yard carry, but other than that was pretty much bottled up when the starters were in there. So I think this secondary is going to have to play much, much better than it did tonight if this defense is going to be legit.
Of course, you can follow all our work at nydailynews.com. Be sure to tune in again next week when the Jets play the Bengals in Cincinnati for their 2nd preseason game.
God bless Andrew Fernie.